Have you ever wondered what some Major League Baseball players look like without their beards? Well, today you're gonna find out. If you're watching this video right now and could do me a huge favor, be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Now, this is gonna be in the form of a quiz, so if you guys are watching and you want to play along, feel free. Maybe at the end, let me know down in the comments section how many of these you got correct. There's gonna be 10 of them, so maybe in the comments once we're done, let me know, hey, 5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, however you did, let me know in the comments. Also, maybe at the end, let me know which one you thought was the hardest to get right. Starting off with number 1, we have this wonderful picture. Looks like maybe a Giants hat, I'm pretty sure. The options are A, Brandon Crawford, B, Brian Wilson, C, Sergio Romo, or D, Buster Posey. Now, to me, knowing these players and I guess overall what they look like, this isn't super hard to me. My final answer is going to be B, Brian Wilson. And the correct answer is B, Brian Wilson. It is weird seeing him without a beard though, because I remember, you know, he all of a sudden was doing really well for the Giants, and he has this dude with this massive beard. He kind of wore, I think, shorter sleeves, had huge muscles, and I was like, I've never heard of this guy. I've never seen this guy. No one cared who he was until he put on the beard. Moving on to number 2. Another picture, this time sunglasses, no hat. Options are A, Dustin Pedroia, B, Clint Frazier, C, DJ LeMahieu, or D, Justin Turner. I don't think it's Clint Frazier. I'm pretty sure this is not DJ LeMahieu. I don't think it's Dustin Pedroia. My final answer is going to be D, Justin Turner. And the correct answer is, this is me trying to do a drum roll, going to be D, Justin Turner. So far we are 2 for 2. From what I know and I've seen, like, I don't think it could be any of these guys. I know Clint Frazier's kind of got the reddish hair and everything. Maybe DJ LeMahieu does too. But just knowing the players, to me, it couldn't have been anybody but Justin Turner. We are looking to stay perfect. Moving on to number 3. The options are A, Jake Arrieta, B, Mike Mussina, C, Andrew Cashner, or D, Dylan Bundy. And I feel like this is a good time as any to mention, I suck at pronouncing names, so just bear with me if I mispronounce anything. And just straight from the get-go, I always kind of forget about this, but Jake Arrieta was on the Orioles, at least for a little bit, and then I think he went from the Orioles to the Cubs, and that's kind of when he started to dominate, at least for a little bit. So my answer right here is going to be A, Jake Arrieta. That's my final answer. I don't think it's Mike, Andrew Cashner, or Dylan Bundy. I'm locking in A, Jake Arrieta. And to stay perfect is the answer A, Jake Arrieta. Yeah, it is. Jake Arrieta is going to be the correct answer for this one, so we are 3 for 3 so far. Moving on to number 4, still looking to stay perfect. The options are A, Dale Murphy, B, Jayson Werth, C, Bryce Harper, or D, Russell Martin. And this looks like kind of an older picture. I don't think that Bryce Harper was ever on the Blue Jays in their farm system, anything like that. So I'm going to rule out Bryce Harper right here. Now, while the picture does look kind of older, I don't think it's old enough to be Dale Murphy, and that leaves me with Russell Martin, Jayson Werth. I'm gonna go with Jayson Werth. I don't think I've ever seen him before without a huge beard and long hair, but my final answer is gonna be B, Jayson Werth. And to stay perfect, the correct answer is B, Jayson Werth. I felt like this one was definitely a little bit more difficult, but we pulled through. We stayed perfect. We are 4 for 4 so far. That's a 40% if we get the rest of them wrong. I'm pretty happy with the 40%. We're coming up on the halfway mark of this quiz. Question number 5, looking to stay perfect. And just looking at the picture and the answers just first glance, I think this one is going to be the hardest one that we've had to do so far. The answers are A, Chris Benson, B, AJ Burnett, C, Garrett Cole, or D, Mark Melancon. Now, oh man, I don't know. For me, it's between Mark Melancon, AJ Burnett, and Garrett Cole. I don't want to say Garrett Cole because there's no way the Pirates would have traded away somebody as good and with as much potential as Garrett Cole, right? There's no way they would have traded him, let him go. They would have done the most they could have to try to hold on to somebody like Garrett Cole, so that makes me not want to choose him. But it just doesn't really look like AJ Burnett or Mark Melancon to me. I think Mark Melancon looks a little bit different. Oh, this is a tough one, but oh man, we might lose our perfect streak so far. We might not be 5 for 5, but I'm gonna lock in C, Garrett Cole, as my final answer. And the answer is C, Garrett Cole. We are staying perfect so far. That was a tough one, but I guess Garrett Cole was on the Pirates and they somehow let him go. We are 5 for 5 so far, halfway through, and we're perfect. Moving on down to question number 6. What the heck? Yo, okay. The options are A, Chris Bryant, B, John Lester, C, Ryan Dempster, and D, Josh Donaldson. On the Cubs? Okay, so just starting off, moving down, Chris Bryant, John Lester, it's neither of those guys. I know what they look like. That's not Chris Bryant, I don't think, and that's not John Lester. Ryan Dempster and Josh Donaldson. Ryan Dempster's he's more of a redhead, right? Like his eyebrows are red, like he's kind of got some red hair peeking out, right? I feel like this has to be Josh Donaldson. But was Josh Donaldson ever on the Cubs? When was he on the Cubs? Was this his first kind of years in the MLB? Because I remember, oh man, at risk of sounding really stupid, the Athletics I thought were maybe his first team. But hey, maybe he was on the Cubs. It looks like Josh Donaldson to me. I'm gonna lock in to try to stay perfect. D, Josh Donaldson. And to be a perfect 6 for 6, the answer is D, Josh Donaldson. I'm honestly mind blown. I did not know he was ever on the Cubs. That is news to me. Maybe that makes me a casual baseball fan, which I definitely am a little bit, but I did not know Josh Donaldson was ever on the Cubs. As we try to stay perfect late into the game, we're trying to be 7 for 7. We are currently 6 for 6. The answers are A, Jeff Bagwell, B, Dallas Keuchel, C, Lance Berkman, or D, Evan Gattis. And just kind of 50-50ing it off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure this is not what Jeff Bagwell looks like. Okay, so just getting him out of the way. And then I'm pretty sure that's not Lance Berkman either, right? Lance Berkman, I want to say is more round-faced, like not fat by any means, but like more round-faced and kind of, I guess, baby-faced. I feel like that's a good way to put it. Baby-faced for Lance Berkman. This just does not look like Lance Berkman to me. So for me, it's between Dallas Keuchel and Evan Gattis. If I'm gonna be straight up, if I'm gonna be 100% honest, this is probably the hardest one for me so far. Dallas Keuchel, Evan Gattis. Imagine if it's neither of those guys. It's Lance Berkman or Jeff Bagwell, but I feel like it's Dallas Keuchel or Evan Gattis. We're trying to be 7 for 7. I want to say that it's Dallas Keuchel. My gut says Dallas Keuchel. I thought he was like, I mean, we can't really see the color of his hair that well in this picture, but I thought that he was more, I don't know, like I guess more of a redhead. But with Evan Gattis, I feel like Evan Gattis is just beefier. And I also feel like I've never seen Evan Gattis in this old of a uniform, but I also don't know if I have for Dallas Keuchel either. So this is kind of a toss-up for me. I feel like Evan Gattis is beefier. I feel like Lance Berkman is more baby-faced. I feel like it's just not Jeff Bagwell. If I've seen Jeff Bagwell before, I feel like this is not him. So I'm going to go Dallas Keuchel, B, final answer, but this is the most unsure I've been. Can we be a perfect 7 for 7? B, Dallas Keuchel is the correct answer. So we are 7 for 7 so far. That does not, like, I don't know, maybe I haven't seen enough pictures of Dallas Keuchel, but that just doesn't look like him to me. But hey, we're still perfect. 7 for 7. We have 3 questions to go. On into number 8, still trying to stay perfect. The options are A, Jayson Giambi, B, Dallas Braden, C, Josh Donaldson, and D, Sean Doolittle. Okay, so it's not Josh Donaldson. I'm pretty sure Josh Donaldson was on the Athletics, right? I said that earlier, but just between that picture and this picture, that's not the same guy. That's not Josh Donaldson. I feel like it's not Jayson Giambi either. I feel like, for one, this picture is too high quality to be Jayson Giambi. That might sound stupid, but I don't think so. So that, and it doesn't look like Jayson Giambi to me either. So that leaves me with Dallas Braden and Sean Doolittle, both of whom I'm pretty sure were on the Athletics. and both of whom were pitchers, right? Like, the only first baseman on this list is Jayson Giambi, but that's not Jayson Giambi. There's no way. If it is Jayson Giambi, I'm gonna sound real stupid, but I can't pick Jayson Giambi and think I'm right. Just looking at this picture, but maybe I don't know what he looks like. Maybe I feel like I do, but maybe I don't. So for me, like I said, it's between Dallas Braden and Sean Doolittle. And I've seen Dallas Braden pretty recently, you know, doing interviews, stuff like that, reporting, I guess. And I've seen Sean Doolittle pretty recently just on Twitter, playing for the Nationals, stuff like that. So just based on what my mind thinks they look like, to me, this is Sean Doolittle. I feel like it's either Dallas Braden or Sean Doolittle, both of whom I thought were pitchers, but this that looks like a first baseman's mitt to me. My gut says Sean Doolittle, though. To me, it looks more like Sean Doolittle than it does Dallas Braden. I'm gonna say Sean Doolittle, but I think I'm more uncertain of this than that Astros one. I'm gonna lock in D. Final answer, Sean Doolittle, but it's a toss-up for me. This is one of those where I feel like I have a 50-50 chance. And to be a perfect 8 for 8, the correct answer is in fact D. Sean Doolittle. Wow. I honestly did he play first base ever and then be converted to a reliever? What happened? I did not know that. We're moving on to question number 9, but I've just been informed that there's actually 11 and not 10. So we have a bonus one at the end. I've just been informed. I didn't even realize, but we're on to number 9. We're perfect so far. And looking at the picture, I feel like this one's going to be pretty easy for me. The answers are A, Mike Trout, B, Mike Napoli. I wonder if they're brothers. Trout and Napoli, I wonder. Jim Edmonds, C, Jim Edmonds, and D, Mark Trumbo. So it's not Jim Edmonds. We know that. That is not Jim Edmonds. It's not Mark Trumbo. I'm almost positive. So that leaves the potential brothers, Mike Trout and Mike Napoli. And I'm pretty sure that is not Mike Trout. So I'm going to lock in and B, Mike Napoli. Final answer. Does it pay to go with your gut? I guess it does. B is correct. Mike Napoli is the correct answer. We are a perfect 9 for 9. Moving on to question number 10. Okay, when I said the other two were the hardest, I might have lied. Just looking at the picture, this might be the hardest for me. Number 10, the options are A, Jake Lamb, B, Archie Bradley, C, Paul Goldschmidt, and D, Robby Ray. So right off the bat, it's not Paul Goldschmidt. We know that. For me, it's between Jake Lamb, Archie Bradley, and Robby Ray. Honestly, I really don't know. I feel like I used Jake Lamb enough back in MLB 16, MLB 17 Battle Royale to know that it's not Jake Lamb, it's not Rake Lamb. It just doesn't look like him to me. Again, this is one of those times where if I do get it wrong, I'm going to sound real stupid. But for me, it's between Archie Bradley and Robby Ray. Oh my goodness, I really don't know. I feel like... Oh, my gut's telling me Archie Bradley. My gut is telling me Archie Bradley just from seeing these cards pop up in Battle Royale and MLB The Show. That's why my gut's telling me Archie Bradley. I feel like Robby Ray is just more... He looks more relaxed. You know how Cody Bellinger kind of looks relaxed? I feel like that's how Robby Ray looks to me. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but that's just what I have in my head. Oh man, this is another one. It's a toss-up. I really don't know. It could very well be Jake Lamb. I'm gonna go with Archie Bradley. I'm locking in B for my final answer. I really don't know. And to be a perfect 10 for 10 is the answer, Archie Bradley. It is. The correct answer is B, Archie Bradley. All the people who have taken this, out of all the people who have taken this, 31% of people chose Archie Bradley. 31% of people chose Paul Goldschmidt. Have I not seen what Paul Goldschmidt looks like? I feel like this doesn't even look like him at all. But Archie Bradley is the correct answer. We are 10 for 10. I'm hoping the last one. I want it to be a hard one. I want it to be one that I have no clue, like this one when I'm putting in my answer. It all comes down to this, the final question. Let's see if we can be perfect. 11 for 11 on the day. The options are A, Daniel Murphy, B, John Gray, C, Troy Tulowitzki, or D, Charlie Blackmon. Straight off the rip, I don't think that's too low. I'm pretty sure Troy Tulowitzki looks different. Pretty sure it's not Daniel Murphy. So that leaves me with John Gray and Charlie Blackmon. And if I've seen enough Shelfie videos, I gotta go with Chuck Nasty. D, Charlie Blackmon to stay perfect. That's my final answer. And to stay perfect is the answer, Charlie Blackmon. It is. So we ended up going a perfect 11 for 11 today. Charlie Blackmon, final answer. Let me know in the comment section, how did you guys do? Did you go perfect? Were you 11 for 11? Maybe 5 for 11? How did you do on this MLB players without their beard quiz? I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I kind of wanted to mix it up, just try something new, try more of an actual baseball thing versus MLB The Show. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope this is maybe something that you want to see more of as time goes on, because I can definitely do more of these. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like. Maybe any feedback, leave it down in the comment section. Subscribe if you're not already. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow.